All right. So we just had winter here in Southern California. It's usually about a week. Usually about the same time of year. Usually around Christmas. Christmas into the first week or so of January is when we typically get the coldest weather. And, you know, you might have to turn your space heater on once in a while. Why am I saying that? Well, it's time to wash the van off real quick. And I'm not really washing the van. I'm going to rinse it. But the big thing is the rooftop deck, right? My roof rack. And just briefly go over that with you guys and show you how I have to deal with it. I designed this roof rack years ago, and there's multiple videos on it where I'm a little lengthy. You know me, I can be a little chatty because I was designing on the fly. I knew what I wanted to do, I just didn't know how I was going to do it, so I was figuring it out at the same time. And what I ended up doing was using a lot of aluminum, and then this, boy, I forget what this is actually called all of a sudden. What is that stuff called? At the time, it was during COVID, I built this, and this track is, they use it for plumbers and electricians use it on houses to attach all sorts of things. And I can't think of what it's called right now, but you guys will mention it in the comments. It was very expensive during COVID. At any rate, I used 2-inch by 2-inch aluminum angle, right? And I made the brackets that let's get up there on the ladder. Maybe we should do this in the shade, you think? It's hard with the light, you know. So you see it right here. The mic is not spun around, but I made these little brackets here, and there's 8 of these, 4 on each side, and they're bolted pretty much through the same factory holes. And then I used the long lengths here. I protruded it there because I knew I was going to hang a light. And then I rested this channel material here, and it's about every 11 inches or so, 10 or 11 inches across the top of that. And then I put wood decking on this, and that's what we're going to deal with today. So this is just a pine. I didn't do anything fancy with this. It's just pine. I figured, let's see how long it holds up. The cool thing I did was I mortised in D-rings that J5 Customs up in Canada sent me, which was very cool of him. So when they're folded down flat, I can slide material across and nothing gets caught on them. And the idea with the placement is, you can see that there's 6 of them, 3 across the front, 3 across the back. That's so I can run a strap, attach it here, and then go under there and up, over, and down. Because sometimes I have long lengths, and if you try to stack the whole deck and just put 2 points of contact on either side and you hit the brakes, your load can still slide forward. But if you have a center point, that you can split your load into 2 piles and cinch it down much tighter. Also, if you're just using half the rack, you can cinch it down that way as well. So the thing that happens with this is, you know, you live in the big city and it's dirty. Just dirt in the air. The dirt in the air mostly is from cars, believe it or not. It's like the tires, the rubber from your tires. Like, you get dust in your house and everything else. You leave your windows open pretty much all year here, and it's just all over. You're breathing it. That's probably why I'm congested all the time. And it just sits up on that deck. And on one hand, it's great to have that deck. It's great for loads, carrying lumber, but it's fun to party on. It's fun to sit up there. It might be fun to lay up there, sleep up there at night if you're camping, but not if it's dirty. If it's dirty, you touch it and it's friggin' filthy. So all I do is I hose it off with a hose, and then what do? I use a push broom right here to clean that, and that's what I'm about to do right now. For those of you who don't understand my system, how to get up on the roof, a lot of people go to all this trouble to figure out a ladder. And I find that the ladder is a waste of time and money because you don't need it. And I think it could invite people to climb up on your vehicle. So all I did was make this. And I've got videos on this when I made it. And I used just some through bolts. I took the plastic off on the inside there, and I put some thick blocks of wood and washers. It's not going anywhere. It supports my weight. So I get up on the bumper, step up on this with my right foot. I left these here as a handle. So I grab that with my right hand, and then I just swing my left leg up and get up on the roof. It's very easy, and for me, if it gets to the point where I can't navigate that anymore because I'm too old, I guess that will just happen. I don't know what to tell you. But it's a cleaner look. All right. Let's try to set you guys up so it looks cool. It's going to be almost 80 degrees today. I try to remember to do this before I leave on any camping trip, but sometimes I forget. This has been oiled many times, which also contributes to it collecting dirt. Simple as that. It'll get nice and light up here now. So all I used on that was just pine. It's fine. I mean, like I said, I oiled it and I oil it from time to time. I figured, let's see how long it lasts. I am a wood guy, as you know, and it's been holding up. I don't know how many years now. I mean, I built the rack during COVID, so do the math. It's been up there, it could be 5 years. Now that I think about it, that's holding up very well. I kept thinking, you know, when that pine wears out, okay, no big deal. I'll just do it again. But it hasn't yet. I'm amazed by that. I've had 5 adults up there partying. It's hard for some to believe, but I've had over a ton of material. That's 2,000 pounds, no joke, on the roof of this van. I've used this van as scaffolding, both to do work, well, always to do work. But I mean, I've pulled up the houses and done work on the side of a house under overhangs. I've used it at the house in Arizona, pulled up in the front yard to trim the pine tree there. It comes in very, very, very handy. And it is great when you are off-grid, you know, doing the overlanding thing. It's fantastic. The pine was a choice because it was lightweight, but stronger than like a redwood or something. So it's been holding up fine. When it eventually goes, I'll replace it. Maybe I'll think of a better option. Cypress would be an option, but it costs a lot more money. But now you know. Does pine work for your rooftop deck? Well, in Southern California, it does. Maybe in other parts of the country where it's a lot wetter, maybe not. But so far, I've had no problems with it. As far as I know, I got no leaks inside. I did a good job. I made a lot of rubber gaskets, and I caulked all the brackets that mount directly to the sheet metal of the roof. Between the sheet metal of the roof and the ribbing, there was a gap where you would get a bounce or something. So I used a cobalt blue knee mat that you kneel on. You buy them anywhere, like at Home Depot or something. I cut that up because it's a foam rubber, but it's very dense. And I wedged that in there, and that took out all that bounce. And I made a huge difference. I had a different rack system up there before. You guys could look back at my old videos. I bought this in like 2018, and I did a system with the original roof rack where I cut wood stringers, and I cut them and shaped them in a way so that the deck was perfectly flat. I just had a 4x8 sheet of plywood on there. And I had those runners extend past the 4 foot, and I had steel pipe running down the sides of, kind of like what I did here, so I could tie things down. And that worked okay. It just didn't look, I mean, to some people it looked cool. To me, it didn't look pro. This looks kind of professional. And all it is just applying common sense. I don't need to tell you how to do it. You can watch my videos. But yeah, you make the brackets, you get the long pieces, set them on there, get them where you want them, clamp it, drill the holes, bolt all that together. Put your unistrut, it's called. It just popped into my brain. So I used unistrut on that. Put all your unistrut on. And then I had to get these 90-degree brackets, and you might be able to see I milled those to slide in to the unistrut tight. Otherwise they would have stuck out further. So I did all that, and then I put this on, and I kind of followed the curve of the van. It was an idea. Now before the bump outs, it was good. It was pointed out to me by extreme 4x4 guys, Jeep type guys, that if you go off camber and you hit some tree limbs, that'll hit the trees before the body of your vehicle. So that was a cool thing. But again, with the bump outs now, not so much. Okay, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It's I don't talk about it enough, and I haven't been doing a lot of Astro van content, let's be honest. So let me know what you think. It's pretty cool. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be kind to one another. And remember, the Astro van, it's not your mother's minivan.